What's the dealio? It's your boy GreenHypnotic. You're now watching The Island.
Midori, Midori, Midori. Yeah. Yoga.
Yo, it's actually a funny story, man. Back in high school, there was a guy. I'm not gonna name his name because he's trying to get a little shine off me. I'm not gonna give that shout out.
Yeah.
Back in high school, I used to wear this green tee every Friday. I don't know why, but that was my favorite shirt. And there was this kid in high school who was like, "Yo, why are you always wearing green, man? Yo, I think I'm gonna call you Green Kid." And everybody was laughing and shit. So I took the name, but at the time I wasn't really rapping like that. I was just doing beatbox for one of my homies, Chibi.
Yeah.
And I just ran with the name Green Kid, but it was a little corny, so I had to flip it, and I just took my favorite word in the dictionary and shit. I was like, yo, GreenHypnotic, that would be fly. It would be some superhero shit. So I just ran with the GreenHypnotic name, and it was different, so I had to run with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you start rapping? Because you said that in high school you weren't really rapping at all.
Man, well, I started writing at the age of 8, but I was listening to Lil Bow Wow back in the days, you know what I mean? The first album, and it really inspired me to write. But I really took this rap thing serious when I was 16. But I kept it low key in high school because I wasn't really prepared to tell everybody that I was rapping. And then I met my homie Chibi, and he was already rapping though. But he just influenced me to just get in the booth and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And from there it just started our friendship made us started rapping together and stuff, so I just ran with this rap thing just off the friendship of my friend, you know what I'm saying? But when you're young, you always want to impress the old heads and stuff like that. So I was my mind state was if I start rapping and if I have dope bars and stuff like that, they're gonna respect me, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna front, it was there was a lot of bullying in high school, so it was my way to brush off my ego and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that, man.
Right now, who do you listen to the most? Who inspires you the most when you're creating music?
In the city?
In general, what inspires your creation process when you're doing music?
Yo, on the really real, I listen to producers. I don't really listen to rappers like that anymore. But I can tell you who I used to listen to back in the days.
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
Definitely the Hoes, the Nas. At the early age Bow Wow, and, these guys, and Eminem. You know what I mean? In my early beginnings, really old school hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the new guys when I was let's say 20, 21. The Wiz Khalifa's, the Currencies and shit. I like that underground type shit. Nipsey Hussle and stuff like that. Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
Because they talk about real stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's not that mainstream shit. There's nothing wrong with the mainstream thing, but it's not the same, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I like to listen to real stuff. Jadakiss, I think Jadakiss is my favorite one.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely in my top 5 for sure.
Do you think his sound, him being from New York, influenced you when you're creating instrumental or? Kiss?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning, me and Chib, Chib is still he still got that East Coast style, let's say. But me, I had to flip my style when High Classified changed his sound, he was searching his lane in the beginning, so I had to make the transition between that traditional hip hop to new school hip hop, let's say. You know what I'm saying? And when I started bumping a lot of Wiz, kind of made me want to sing more on the hooks.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to explain, but I went through a different transition during this rap thing, to be honest. So I don't think I have a specific style, and I don't think you know, the East Coast rap influenced me right now. But it did, when I started writing, it really had a huge impact on my writing style, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You talked about high class.
Yeah.
Your relationship with him seems really strong. You guys seem to have like a good bounding. Where does it comes from?
Oh man, I knew Class before music, you know what I'm saying? Because of Chibi, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Chibi, like, we were very, very close. I met him, man. He was like, you know, like me. He was like really a geek or something like that, let's say. And I don't know, man. We just clicked. Like, his sense of humor just like made me like, yo, this guy is a funny dude. Like, he was like, I knew him since like I think he was 12, 13. But he wasn't really doing music. He was really like the typical dude who just stays on his computer all day, and you know. But he's a really good like joker. He's a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? So we just clicked like that because his sense of humor. Like me personally, like I'm a very like serious guy in the crew. I'm always like some serious shit. I like to laugh a lot, but I'm not the joker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
there's always that like one funny guy.
Exactly.
In the squad.
Exactly. Like me and Chibi were more serious, but Chibi's like, I think he has a bigger sense of humor than me, to be honest. But yeah, we just clicked off the, you know, cracking jokes and playing video games. You know what I'm saying? That was really like our main how the chemistry got built. You know what I'm saying?
I have a upcoming project.
Yeah. The Bando Midori 2.
Bando Midori 2.
Yeah.
I think on your the first one, Bando Midori 1, there was a side A and side B.
Yeah.
Side A seemed to be like more soulful.
Exactly. Yeah.
And side A seemed to be more soulful, and the side B seemed to be more like, can we say dark or like more Bando lifestyle.
Exactly.
Since like Bando Midori, since the upcoming project is called Bando Midori, does it mean that like the darker side took over your personality, or like,
well,
what's the concept, what's the idea behind that project?
That's a very good question. Well, the main thing, first of all, like, you know, the last project I dropped, it was a double EP. So the concept was like, the project itself was called Emotions, and what I wanted to show my fans was my different sides. So I could rap on soulful beats and I could rap on trap beats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So side A, like the project is Emotions, side A is called Soulful Midori, side B is called Bando Midori. The thing with me is I thought side A was gonna like pop out, you know what I'm saying? But when I made the release party for the project, I only presented the side B to see how the fans were gonna react, and I had like a huge impact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I released the side A and B at the same time, but I never talked about side A because it was more lyrical, it was more mellow and stuff like that. So I'm keeping the same concept this time, but I'm separating the projects.
Okay.
Which means, you know, the side, the Bando Midori 1 took over 2 years ago, and I had the best feedback. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna release the sequel because people are gonna anticipate it and stuff. So I had to go with this one first. But yeah, so nah, the dark side it didn't take over because I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna lay low on the trap shit. I'm gonna keep it real because you know my original style is more like more lyrical and more soulful and not conscious rap, but you know stuff that people can relate to. Because that trap shit, it's really some braggadocious shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's really my cocky side more than anything. And I'm not focused on that every day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it didn't take over, it's just that that's what the fans want right now. So I'm gonna give him that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So it didn't take over, man. I'm still the same like a same straight dude who knows what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? The cocky side will never take over.
Yeah.
Still up in the bed and making moves. Got these niggas steady feeding for my shoes. Young G steady plotting on a dude. Cause the mommies are saying I got the juice. Yeah.